Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is an Elliott Wave tutorial for futures trading. So I'm on the 1 hour for ES. Elliott Wave sometimes puts barriers up with people. In essence, what you're looking for is a pullback against a trend and then trend continuation trade. That's all it is, but you can use our Elliott Wave indicator suite to measure that pullback against the trend. And then with a few tools I'm going to go through now how to measure that wave 4 pullback to trade that fifth wave move, which is the highest probability move. One of the first things we need to do is identify the top at the start of the trend. I mean, in this case, it's pretty obvious. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see that we've got some major resistance up here. One of the things we do look at is the stochastics. So the last time when this starts to move down through here, I always like to frame the chart. So once I've got this sort of, this is range bound here, but once it breaks down, we started the move down. Okay, remember, we've got to wait for that long wave 3 down here, wait for the wave 4 pullback and trade that fifth wave. So whether that's on a 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, it doesn't matter. You've got to wait for that. So you see this happen. Then look back. The last time the stochastic was overbought for both percentage K, percentage D. This was not the point. This was the point here. So this is where both were in the overbought zone here. So this is the start of our trend for me. Okay, now when I look at that, this is a trading view version, slightly different ways of doing this isolation, but in case it's the same way to do it. Look at the last time it was overbought here for the short. That bar number is 20270. Took at the top left here, W5T bar number 20270. That's the highest point during this move in the overbought zone, the last time stochastic before we started moving down. You look at the Elliott wave, I've isolated that 20270. So then we've had a bit of a corrective move, but then it's moved down, then we got that wave 3. Then we've had the wave 4 pullback into our green zone. Okay, so the probability pullback zones are 85, 80, 75. So there's an 85% probability at this stage it's going to go on and hit this automated fifth wave target zone. Fantastic. But we need to understand the behavior of this wave 4. So we've got that profitable percentage there that is going to go, but let's look further at this behavior. The Elliott wave oscillator, and again, this has been a question by some of our users, so this is a good time to address this. This hump, if you like, this pullback on the wave 4 against the main trend has to be between 90 and 140. How do you measure that? So we use a fib retracement tool. Okay, you're seeing on it's slightly different on there, but they're all called fib retracement or fib extension. We need a fib retracement, and then what you're going to do during this wave 3, you'll see it crowned at this point, and then we come back to 0 and it comes back in here. We need this to be between 140 and 90. So 2 clicks with a fib retracement. The first point is round about that wave 4 there. On the 0 of the Elliott wave oscillator, we click the first time, and then we bring it this time, because we're looking for the short, the highest point of the oscillator during wave 3, just there, and click again. Just want to extend that out now out to the right, keeping it on the 0 line, and shake your hands this morning, and you can see there just between the 90 and the 140. Really good. Again, when you're doing this, get rid of all the others. A lot of times you've got all of these sort of things, 1.618, 382, 618. Get rid of all of those. Just put on there what you want. Save it as a template, and then the behavior has to pull back and crown between 90 and 140 like it did here. The next part of the behavior is this Elliott wave. So you can see now with the stochastic down at the bottom here, to get this fourth wave performance, if you like, we really like to see during that third wave, these false breakout stochastic. See the stochastic trying to break out of this oversold zone, but it doesn't. It keeps breaking out and then coming and then staying in. So we get this false breakout status where we see that's a really strong bearish trend. Then we pull back up, we come back down again, and then we're back up, and during this wave 4 we cross over in the overbought zone. And the idea of this is really, we've got that wave 4 behavior now with the oscillator, the stochastic, and this pullback zone. There's a high probability that this now is going to go on and hit that 5th wave target zone, which it did. Okay, so as we see those long moves down or up, we isolate. We see that wave 3 is forming. We know where the 0 point is. We know where the highest point or the lowest point, depending on which way it's going on the oscillator. So we can put that 9140 in with that fib retracement. We look at the stochastic, making sure that the main trend is really strong with these false breakouts. We cross over in the overbought zone against it. It's like an elastic band. It wants to come back down in this case. So then we just look for that short and go all the way down into that 5th wave target zone. You see how that held and starting to come back up now. So this is just a very brief, obviously, whether it's forex, futures, stocks, no matter what time frame, 1 minute, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, it's the same theory. We look for that isolation, the start of the trend. We isolate, we let the Elliott wave do its count. We look at that probability pullback zone and the target zone, which is automatic. Then we back up that wave 4 with the behavior, 90 to 140 on the oscillator, and then the stochastic. Then we're good to go. High probability move, trade the 5th wave. So again, it's not just for swing trading, it's for day trading, intraday trading, and longer term investing really. The Elliott Wave Indicator Suite is perfect for all instruments, for all time frames. Just need to identify the start of that trend, and when it pulls back on a wave 4, trade the 5th wave. Hopefully that helps. Check out the links below the video to see if the Elliott Wave Indicator Suite is available for your platforms. Lots of platforms in there: TD Ameritrade, NinjaTrader, TradingView, all that sort of thing. So check out those links below. Hopefully that helps. Speak to you all really soon.